Welcome to the Psychology of Success. Here's a question that comes up sometimes. Is cryptocurrency risky? Well, I would say it is risky, and for a variety of reasons. And one of them is that very often it's purely speculative. It's not really backed up by anything tangible. And so it's basically, we're talking about tokens, digital tokens. That's what we're talking about. Even in the case of Bitcoin, which has very wide adoption, if we look at it today, which is what is today, November the 17th, 2025, it's trading at 90,000, down from approximately 126,000 since the beginning of October, approximately. So about a 30% drop in a matter of a month and a half. So just think about that. That's quite a bit. But here are some other things that make cryptocurrency really risky. There's always talk about market manipulation by external forces. You don't really know who's involved. So if you've been involved in cryptocurrency, or even if you've been reading about it, you've heard about the whole pump and dump phenomenon. So you don't really know who's involved. There could be international crime syndicates. I'm sure they're involved, based somewhere else in a foreign country, for example, but manipulating cryptocurrency in your world. There's talk about cryptocurrency being used for terrorist financing. There's discussion about cryptocurrency money laundering, that sort of stuff. So you do have no way of knowing how the legal system is going to come at it. Today, tomorrow, day after. You have no way of knowing that, what influence that's going to have on your money, your investment into cryptocurrency. Another thing that makes it, in my opinion, risky is that many of these tokens, they are created by private organizations, and private organizations run like private organizations. Many of them just disappear after a while, go bankrupt. If FTX being an example, it went bankrupt, and a lot of people lost their money, and many people lost a lot of money in that. So that's just one of them. Binance, for example, still around. It was accused of all kinds of shady dealings, and there were legalities happening. The people who were running Binance were involved in legal issues. There was talk about fraud and this and that. I mean, I don't think it's still being cleared up. Some of it is still going on, as far as I know. So do you really want to be involved in something that's really that murky? It's something that you should think about. Finally, there is one big issue, and that is that ultimately, can any government tolerate a parallel currency, a currency sort of existing along the currency that it controls, right? Can any government tolerate that? And not only that, can established financial institutions like banks and other financial institutions that have to abide by very strict laws and rules and regulations, are they going to be okay with this sort of parallel financial system, which can circumvent them completely and leave them on the sidelines? So can they stand the legitimization of something like that? I would think that's kind of like a huge issue that sort of looms over this, and ultimately you don't know which side or the whole thing is going to land. So if you're thinking about cryptocurrency, or even if you're in it, these are some of the things that you really want to keep in mind, because tomorrow you could face something that you really don't want to. So obviously this is just a small video on the topic of risk in cryptocurrency. If there's something you know about it that I don't, and there's a lot I don't know, in some ways I'm talking as a layperson with some experience in cryptocurrency, but if there's something that you know about it, maybe you have some expertise in this and you would like to come and speak to this matter of risk and help people out who are involved in cryptocurrency and or who might be interested in that, you'd like to I'd love to have you on my channel so we can talk about it. It'd be nice to actually have somebody on this channel who can lend more to it than what I am saying here, or even correct me if I'm wrong about what I'm saying. Even correct me on that. I mean, if there's something that I'm getting wrong about all of this, then that too, I think it would be valuable for people to hear. So let me know if you know something about cryptocurrency, and you'd be willing to come and speak on this channel and help the public out. That would be really good.